It's time for Let's Chat with Russtek, a podcast dedicated to helping entrepreneurs just like you. When starting out, entrepreneurs often feel they need to go it alone, and I'm here to tell you that's just not the case. Entrepreneurs have a lot of questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat with Russtek. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat with Russtek. My name is Nick Russell, and today I want to shift gears a little bit. I know we've been doing a lot of stuff that come out of Russell Brunson's books, both Traffic.com and Expert Secrets. But in the last week or two, I've had a bunch of conversations with some friends and some other entrepreneurs, and I want to shift gears just a little bit for this week to talk about something that could help all of us. Now, this is a trap that I've kind of fallen into in the last little bit as well. Now, as entrepreneurs, none of us are perfect, and we always try to take on way too much work. Now, the more we take on, the more that strains us. And one of the things that I've really strived to do and work towards is to not do the early in the morning, late at night. I strive to make a work day and have my personal time at the end of the day. Give myself some time to relax. Now, in order to do that, you have to have good systems and good routines in place in order to accomplish that. Now, that's not to say having a routine is always the best, because a lot of times if you have a routine, you can get stuck in a rut, and that could result in procrastination, losing motivation, and all that. And this is what's happening with a lot of people that I've had a conversation with. So I kind of wanted to talk about how I rejuvenate myself, what I do in order to kind of kickstart that motivation and really get a lot of work done. Now, the first thing that I do or the first tool that I use, and it's no secret, I use ToDoist. Now, there's dozens of apps out there that are very similar and can do the same thing. For me, I just fell in love with ToDoist. Now, I'm kind of a gamer and nerd, although I wouldn't say I'm a gamer. I have a PlayStation 3 that I don't touch very, very often, but I like playing video games. I like competition, things like that. So for me, ToDoist actually has kind of elements of that in the app. One of the really cool things about ToDoist is as you create tasks, complete tasks, get your daily goals accomplished, weekly goals accomplished, you accumulate points. And when you get to a certain level, you get upgraded to from beginner to novice to expert to grandmaster, all the way up to enlightened. And I'm very proud to say that I actually got to the top tier, the enlightened tier, not that long ago. But it's something to strive for. That said, you have to be really honest with how you use the app. You can't just create a whole handful of tasks just to check them off. You can't go in at the end of the day, if you didn't accomplish tasks, you can't just get rid of those tasks just to get the points. You have to be honest with yourself. But that said, that's a huge bonus to using that app, is it kind of gives you a competitiveness to what you do during the day. And that also helps me get a lot more motivated during the day to get what I need done. And also, when you're done, it shows a blank page congratulating you. You reached Todoist 0 at the end of the day. Now, not only is this a to-do list, it is a project management tool. So I have projects sections for all my clients, for the backside of my business, for creating content, for doing a whole bunch of things. I even have a lot of stuff for my personal life. I have a grocery list in there that has sections for the different places that I shop. I have a section that I don't have a check for it. Like you can actually create a task that doesn't need to be completed the way you enter it, but it just reminds me that, oh, um, watch Moon Knight. It's Wednesday. Watch um, Loki or WandaVision or one of the shows that I enjoy watching. Just reminds me that that's on. Or when the Habs are playing, I had reminders for that, but unfortunately, that'll have to wait till next year. Now, that's just one of the really great tools that I use to help me stay motivated. The other really cool tool I use is Rocketbook. Now, Rocketbook is just one type of planner. There's hundreds of planners. You can even use a blank piece of paper if you want, like pull something from your printer to write down, get a notebook from the dollar store. It doesn't matter. But the key to that is I use the Rocketbook Panda Planner, and in the Panda Planner, it has a daily section. Now, the cool thing about the daily section is I start off every morning writing the top three things that I'm grateful for. It could be something pretty big, or it could be something as small as coffee. I'm grateful for coffee this morning. And then the next section is the top three things you're excited about. Now, doing this every morning, writing down what you're excited about, actually kind of gets you in that mindset and that right frame of mind to be excited about something. So, for example, today I had to do my accounting. Not the most fun thing to do. I wrote down that I was excited about getting my accounting done. That kind of shifted my mindset into from a boring task to, okay, you know what? This will be fun. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this out of the way, and it'll be done for a while now. The next thing is write down an affirmation. Whatever you feel that is for that day, write that down. Now, the next two sections are the most important sections. And this is what I love about the Panda Planner, but you can do this too in whatever way you do it. And this is something that has been talked about from a lot of different entrepreneurs. Alex Sharfin really talks about this, and he uses this system in his Momentum Planner, which I will have linked in here as well in the description of the podcast as well. But say you're using Todoist or ClickUp or another app to have all of your tasks down. Write down all the top tasks that you need to get done that day. So for me, I may have 50, 60 tasks, but they're not all important tasks. Some of them could be routine type tasks that I don't really need to write down. But I'm going to write down my top tasks. Typically, I'll write the top 10 down. In the Panda Planner, it has 8, but I kind of section that off and I do the top 10. And there, what I do is I break down all of that into the top 3 tasks. Now, this comes from the book Eat the Frog, as well as for Alex Sharfin. But the way I break that down is I prioritize those tasks. What is the biggest, hardest, most difficult task that I have? That's the first thing that I'm going to complete. You don't want to eat a frog. Not many people like frog. So that's the most disgusting food that you can have. So you want to eat that big frog first. Eat that big frog first. Get that out of the way. And then to the next one. And to the next one. So out of the 10 tasks that you have, now you've got the top 3. Take the remaining 7. Get the next 3. And then continue on along your day using that method. Break that down into small sections. So instead of looking at a massive task list, you're breaking that down into a smaller section and then even prioritizing that into an even smaller section. So it's a lot easier to accomplish. So if you get overwhelmed and you just don't have that motivation, instead of looking at your day as a whole, like I have so much to do, break that down. Break it down to smaller tasks. Even break some of the tasks into smaller tasks. And that'll help you get through your day, and you'll get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time once you start perfecting that system. So really, that's all I had for you today. Now, one of the other cool things that I have, and I'm going to offer this as well, is to do a time study. And I find I do this when I get into these little ruts. I'll start doing this. So I've actually taken what I used to print off. Now I have it in a mobile version in a Word doc. So I have it on my phone. I could have it on my tablet, wherever I am, and I can write it down. But I write down in 15-minute intervals what I'm doing. At the end of the week or end of 14 days, end of 2 weeks, I take a look at everything I've done and I kind of see where I spent most of my time. Was it most of my time working? Was it procrastinating and doing something different, like playing a video game, going out for beer, whatever the case may be? Was I scrolling on Facebook too much and TikTok too much? Was I watching too much TV? Whatever it is, be honest with yourself and take a look. You can use that then for the next 2 weeks and kind of readjust, try to focus more. Now, one of the other things I forgot, and I'll jump in real quick with this, is doing that can help you adjust your time blocking. Now, I've talked about this a dozen times before, but blocking out in an actual calendar here on a computer. So I have it on this computer screen, my second on here, my monitor, all my time's blocked out. So first hour, I have this. Then I have 2 hours of this with a little break. I have 2 hours of this with a break. But that helps me focus, put all of my effort into getting that task done. And then I can take a little break, walk around for a bit, maybe take a half an hour break, get outside, walk around, enjoy the nice sunshine, and so on and so forth. So between using something like Todoist, using a journal / planner to kind of jot down your tasks, what you're excited about and grateful for, time blocking, and doing a time study, those are the biggest things that I have to offer to really get out of that rut and really start becoming more productive. And to get you started, if you want Todoist for 2 months, the premium version for free, or pro version, whatever they change the name to now, I'll give you that for 2 months. Now, it's a great app for free. Obviously, there's a little bit more in it. So I'll give you 2 months for free, just so you can test it out, try it out, and see if it's something that really works for you. So all you have to do is head to rustekmedia.com/Todoist, and those 2 months are yours for free. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you become more productive if you ever get into a rut. And we'll chat with you again next week. Hey, everybody, hold up one quick second. Now, you heard me talk about Todoist in this podcast and how absolutely amazing it is and how it's changed the way I do business and how I run my personal life as well. Now, I want to give you that chance to try the pro version of Todoist absolutely free. So the free version is incredible, but the pro version has so many more features. And one of the best parts is it has the reminders that keep you on track with all of your tasks and all of your projects and all of your goals. Now, I love Todoist so much, and I wanted to make sure that you really got the most out of the app to help not only yourself, but your business as well. So I want to over deliver just a little bit. So not only am I going to give you 2 months of Todoist Pro for free, I'm going to give you my 3 most used templates. Now, these are templates that I use every single day in my personal life and in my business to help me stay on track with all of my goals, make sure all my projects are finished and completed on time, and all of my tasks are done on a daily basis. So to do that, all you have to do is head to rustekmedia.com/Todoist, and Todoist Pro for the next 2 months is yours absolutely free, as well as the 3 most used templates I use every single day. So again, head to rustekmedia.com/Todoist, and all that is yours. Hopefully you love Todoist as much as I do, and hopefully, above all else, it helps you grow your business and become way more productive in your daily life. Thanks, and I'll chat with you again next week.